The Daily Stoic on the topic of clarity, January 10th. If you want to be steady. The essence of good is a certain kind of reasoned choice, just as the essence of evil is another kind. What about externals then? They are only the raw material for a reasoned choice, which finds its own good or evil in working with them. How will it find the good? Not by marveling at the material. For if the judgments about the material are straight, that makes our choices good, but if those judgments are twisted, our choices turn bad. Epictetus, Discourses, 1.29.1 through 3. The Stoics seek steadiness, stability, and tranquility, traits most of us aspire to, but seem to experience only fleetingly. How does one embody eustatia, the word Aryan used to describe this teaching of Epictetus? Well, it's not luck. It's not by eliminating outside influences or running away to quiet and solitude. Instead, it's about filtering the outside world through a straightener of our judgment. That is what our reason can do. It can take the crooked, confusing, and overwhelming nature of external events and make them orderly. However, if our judgments are crooked because we don't use reason, then everything that follows will be crooked, and we will lose our ability to steady ourselves in the chaos and rush of life. If you want to be steady, if you want clarity, proper judgment is the best way. The reading today talks about using reason as a sort of filter to pass all the events that you observe through in order to make sure that you make the right judgments, both about what happened and how to act, or if you can even act in a scenario. I'd like to read something I had learned during a course I took last year to provide a bit of an example of this in a hypothetical kind of way. Small story that helps you figure out whether you're making assumptions or not, and whether you're using reason when observing something. It goes like this. A businessman had just turned off the lights in a store when a man appeared and demanded money. The owner opened a cash register. The contents of the cash register were scooped up, and the man sped away. A member of the police force was notified promptly. Now, to many of you, what I described might sound like a robbery. A man showed up, demanded money, the contents of a cash register were emptied to the man, and he ran away, and the cops were called. However, someone else might say, that sounds just like a cash transfer, completely legal. A man showed up with an armored vehicle, asked for the money, the owner opened up the cash register, emptied the contents for the man, and the man sped away because they are simply trying to get to the safety of their destination. Police being notified could be to let them know that the cash was en route, and they should keep an eye out for any disturbances in the area. A truly reasoned individual might look at this scenario and say, we don't have enough information to determine either or. And that's the point of me reading this. It's to point out that using reason doesn't necessarily mean coming to an exact conclusion. It can also mean that you're able to admit you just don't know at the time, and that making a decision in either direction might not be the best action right now. The use of calm, rational logic in order to determine a course of action stems from Stoic philosophy. If you don't have that North Star, that ability to filter the information that you take in a rational way, it can lead to your ruin. Consider this the next time something happens, or you hear a story. You may not have the full picture, and to make a rash judgment would be foolhardy. I'd like to thank you for listening to today's reading. I'll see you tomorrow.